if you need help sweeping up the shop,
Yep.
just
See?
if you hire me now, I don't start school until August. I told them that as well. I don't start school until August, but if you need help with anything, sweeping the shop,
Yeah.
you know, just standing there holding your tools for you, I don't care. Like whatever
Yeah.
you want to hire me for, hire me for.
What's up to all my future plumbing pros? Just a quick shout out. I know jumping into this career can feel overwhelming, but I've got your back. I'm Nate, a licensed journeyman plumber with over 12 years of experience, and I'm here to boost your confidence. Sign up today for your free intro plumbing course through Course Careers using my link in the description below and receive $50 off your enrollment. Let's conquer that learning curve together and kickstart your plumbing journey. With all that being said, back to the video. All right, man, so next question I have for you. What is the thing that you like most about this? Plumbing or pipe fitting, just the whole trade in general.
The whole trade?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Are you glad you did it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm excited for where the future takes me because not only do I really like the company, I really like the union itself. I like the trade. So I like doing like working with my hands and I like creating stuff.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to teach me a lot of that.
Yeah.
And it will give me the tools necessary to be able to create stuff on my own in my own free time as well.
Yeah.
You know, if I learn how to be a welder, I can also apply that outside of work.
Yeah.
And I can go home and I can weld and create whatever I want, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that I think it's going to be vital not only for the making money aspect, the career, the future, but I think outside of work, it's really going to give me the tools necessary to be able to use that creative part of my brain to then create more things for, you know, necessities of life and stuff like that. So
that's dope.
I think that'd be cool.
That is
I'm super
dope.
excited.
I mean, welding, plumbing, right? Because you're moving now. You're gonna get your home, and now you'll be able to fix things like on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna know about plumbing, and usually it's like most of the issues is gonna be a plumbing issue, right?
Pipe burst in my house in the future. I'll be like, dude, why call a plumber? I can fix it myself.
Right. Anybody else be panicking? There's water coming
There's
from
water
somewhere.
coming everywhere. It's like, okay, cool. Let me go shut off the water real quick, and then I'll fix it myself. I'll run down to Home Depot and do it myself. You know? So
I feel
I'm
that.
super excited.
And that's what I love about it the most too. It's just like, oh man, like, you know, it can be scary when you don't know what's in the walls, right? Anything could be happening. But as a plumber, seeing it so many times, like from buildings being like huge buildings to like, I just barely seen like residential. So, I mean, but that's like small scale compared to what I was doing. So this is like, once you see it once, you're like, I get it. Yeah. And so now I'm looking at this, man, and just people like, you know, when I do service calls or something for somebody, I'm just like, man, they have no idea what's going on in their walls. And if you don't know, that's why people be like, oh man, you guys charge a lot. But it's like, well, you know how much it's gonna cost you for for you don't know what's going on in these walls and you try to fix that? Like, yes, because we've done the years and years of training, we can identify it very quickly. You know what I'm saying? But even then we still have to like figure it out, right? So imagine somebody who doesn't know. Like being able to know that, like, is dope. You know what I mean? Because most people are homeowners. Most people want to be homeowners. We know millions of homeowners, right? So it's like, you know, that's a job in itself right there. Just knowing people, right? Okay, you fix this and this, you know, if we're slow on work, which, you know, in construction we are sometimes, you know, that is another way to make income until we're back on track again, right? So there's so many things that we can do to utilize this, you know, opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, man, I love that, man. Let me see what else I got for you. I'm trying to switch up the questions, and that's why I love like where we took this conversation, because I want people to get new information. I don't want to ask just the same basic questions over and over. You know, I kind of want to tailor towards you. So, what would you say to somebody trying to get into the union or trying to get into plumbing in general? Like, hey, I know a lot of people say, right, oh, you know what? Here's to somebody who says they wanted me to do a video on like, hey, how do I get into the apprenticeship? I've been looking for years. I've talked to the people, you know, the companies, you know, through the union, right? And nobody's hiring. He hasn't been able to get hired in the last year. Why do you think that is? Did you have to solicit yourself?
No, not really. I basically just went into the union hall, right? To
You have to say which one it is, but yeah, you went to the Union Hall.
I went to the Union Hall. I just can't remember. They have the hall, but then they also have the school.
Yeah.
Separate buildings.
Yep,
So
yep.
I went to the school when they were doing all of their tests, and you go and you do like a basic algebra test.
Okay.
And then if you pass,
You're in.
You're in. But then
Yes, this is the part.
the first thing that you have to do once you're into the union and you're accepted in, they give you like the letter that says
You have to solicit your.
you have to go out and you actually.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what you were saying.
Okay, yeah.
So what I did that day, as soon as I passed, I went to all the ones that were within, I think it was like a 40-mile radius.
Okay.
I went to all the closest ones that I could in that day, and I knew that some people that work in like trade jobs like to go, like they start early, go home, sort of, afternoonish. So I needed to get to all these places as quick as I could before everyone went home. So I basically I went to as many as I think I went to like 12. The first, like as soon as I passed that test, they gave me that letter. And I went and made copies of it, and then I just started driving around everywhere.
Yeah.
Printed out my resume, so I had the resume and a copy of that letter.
There you go.
And I just face to face went up to every single person or every single company that I could that was on that list, because they give you a list.
Yeah.
Of like,
I've got
here's all
that.
the companies that you could, with their phone number, their address, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I basically just went in to as many places as I could, handed them my resume and a copy of that letter, and was like, hey, want to introduce myself. My name's Cody. I just passed today, so if you're looking for help, give me a call. My number's on there, my resume, there it is. It's just that face-to-face interaction. One guy even actually said, he's like, like you can do your stuff online. And I was like, yeah, I wanted to meet you face-to-face, shake your hand,
Straight up.
more traditional like that.
Yeah.
That's what I did, and I think it showed people that I was actually interested in it, and I didn't want to just do it all online. And then, okay, here's another resume that popped in. I wanted to go in and actually say, like, I passed today. So I passed like a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
So if you need help, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
I'm obviously willing to do what it takes to make sure that I get a job. And then, so I just went to as many places as I possibly could. That's what I did.
I'd hire you too, dog. Just the way that you just, like you said, I literally just passed today.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going online. I want to meet you personally.
Yep, 100%.
That type of situation. I know it's not the same for everybody, and it sucks. Like, there's not just this one simple way to get in, because some people just don't. Like I said, not everybody's the same. Not everybody has your personality. Not everybody strategizes the way you do. Not everybody is going to be seen the way you are, like the way you came at them.
Yeah.
And it's timing. Right? Like perfect timing. Like you went off of exactly what you felt. Like, I need this job, and I'm gonna so I guess the question I'm gonna ask you right now is like, so what if you didn't get hired? What would you be doing right now?
I'd still be door knocking, dude.
Absolutely.
If I still didn't have a job from the time that I passed, I would still be going out every single day.
Yes.
Going to different places.
Yeah.
And then maybe waiting a few days.
Yeah. And
then going back to the same places and reintroducing myself and re-putting myself out there, so I can go in there and be like, hey, I talked to you a few days ago, I just want to let you know, like, whatever it is, I'll be like, if you need help sweeping up the shop, if you hire me now, I don't start school until August. I told them that as well. I don't start school until August, but if you need help with anything, sweeping the shop, just standing there holding your tools for you, I don't care. Like, whatever you want to hire me for, hire me for.
Yeah.
And then
I'm just trying to get in.
Whatever you need me to do. You need me to move, material from this point to this point, I'm your guy. And that's what I did, is I was just trying to be friendly with them, and I was trying to let them know, like, even if it's just grunt work, I'll do grunt work. Like, that's fine. And that's exactly what I did. Got hired at the company that we work for now.
Yeah.
But I was in the shop, so I was driving the trucks. I was, moving material from one point to another point. I was loading the trucks. I was doing all that stuff. So
it's funny, because when we first started this interview, I had asked you a question. Why do you think people, they were like, oh, Cody. I mean, I want Cody at all of them, right? When I was asking you, like, why everybody's requesting you for there to be their journeyman. I mean, obviously, right? But I mean, honestly, now, you saying what you said is clearly why. You know what I mean? It's clearly why, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're on top of your stuff. Like,
Trying to be.
That's, you know what I mean? Like that's what I've seen since the beginning.
Yeah.
And you're easy to work with. That's why I like working with you, because you're very teachable. Right? If I tell you to do something, you're gonna do it that way, and you're not gonna ask any questions why, right? It's like, hey, we got to get this done. Like, this is how we're gonna do this. Like, I show you stuff all the time, and those are the people I like to show the most, because it's like, bro, we're gonna make this happen. It's gonna make it easier for you at the end of the day, and you're gonna look good even as an apprentice. And everything's word of mouth. It's not about how good you are. It's not about, but it is how bad you are, right?
Yeah,
because people will talk about how bad you are. They won't say. Not too many people will talk about how good you are, but they will talk about how bad you are every single time. And you want to be on top of your stuff. And if you're the person they say, "Oh, Cody, yeah, you just tell him what to do, he'll do it," right?
Yeah.
Then that's what's going to get you up there. You know what I mean? That's what's going to get people to be like, "Oh, well, every time I hear about him, he's just a person to get it done." And we are under a lot of stress sometimes, most of the time, that when you need that person, your name is going to come up, because they're going to automatically remember you as the person everyone goes to, because you don't have to say too much to him. Just tell him what to do and he'll get it done. A lot of apprentices don't come off that way, that are actually decent apprentices, but they don't come off like you. Doesn't make them bad. Yet they have that bad light, because you'll come, do what you do, and guess what? Now you set the bar.
Yeah.
When you set the bar, people got to understand it too. When people set the bar, you're going to want to know who's setting that bar so that you can set it. You know what I mean? And you guys can fight over setting that bar, I guess, because, if you're underneath that bar, you automatically ain't worth nothing. Like, it just sucks that, because I was telling, and I always try to give credit where credit's due. Like, I watch everybody, like I said, like, when I was going through the apprenticeship, it was kind of crazy, bro. It was just, politics and favoritism and a lot of stuff that I just didn't like, because I'm very honest and I'm very, I want equality and I want everything to work for everyone, which is obviously is not. Some people just don't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so now when I see people doing it, I let people know that they're doing it. They're okay. They're good. They're doing what they got to do. Oh, this person's like, no, he's just not this person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just like that. But I'm glad you are the one we're talking to that is the bar setter. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know talking to the other person about, like, baby, you better step it up.
I mean, the thing is, I think that's something that a lot of, if you are coming into the trade, and I guess I started a little bit later than most people do, because even a lot of people that we work with, they're young. They're like 25, 26, and they are already about to journey out. They're about to be a journeyman, right?
Yeah.
I'm 29 and I haven't even started school yet. Yeah. So it's like I'm starting a little bit later, but I think that's something that
I don't think there's no such thing as late. There is no set, like, even in life, there's no set.
Because didn't you say there was even people that were 40, 50 coming in?
Yeah, I know somebody's 60 about to try to jump in here. So I know, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like there's no late. You want to jump in, you want to make this money, you want to do this in this amount of time, in 4 years, do you want to be making this? Or do you want to try to figure out how to make this? And, like, you're guaranteed, like, this is the pay scale. You know what I mean? In 4 years, this is where you'll be. You know what I mean? And you'll be here for a while. So like if that's where you want to be and you got a 4-year window, like, just make it happen, man. Like there is no age. I hate when people put age on. People tell me stuff. Oh, you can't be doing that because it is. Like, who told you I can't be doing something? Like, that's crazy.
No, that's fair. I mean?
So I don't think of it, man. You're just Cody and you going for it, and that's it. Like, don't put age and none of that stuff on it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything.
No,
it doesn't
that's
mean
fair.
anything.
That's kind of what I was gonna say, to piggyback off of that a little bit, is that if you're coming into the trade, even if you're coming in as green as I am, where you've never had any sort of trade.
Don't be green. Check out that ebook.
Even if you're coming in, just step out of that ego and just work hard.
That's it.
That's all, because that's all I'm trying to do, right? It's like I want to be. I learn one thing and I learn how to do it really well.
Yeah.
And then I want to be like,
stack on next thing really well.
Yeah, stack on the next thing, the next thing. And sometimes you gotta, like, put your ego into check a little bit and be like, you can learn how to do this better than what you're doing right now.
Absolutely.
So just keep learning.
Yeah.
Keep learning from people, especially because they're always gonna teach you sort of like different ways to do things.
Yeah.
And then you can compile that and be like, I like it done like this. Exactly. And I take a little bit from you. I take a little bit from some other journeyman.
Exactly.
Take a little bit from this journeyman, and I kind of find my own style with it.
Yeah.
And just like I said, step out of your ego
Stay
and
in
just
your lane, right?
continuously learn.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
just
the
stay in
biggest
your
thing.
lane. Doesn't matter. There's no age limit. There's no nothing. Stay in your lane. Alec, he's both of our bosses in a sense, and you know, basically he's younger than both of us.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I mean, even I remember when
And
I
he's
first.
already taught me so much. Too.
Oh, for sure, man. He's a smart dude.
much.
You guys check him
Super
out
smart.
too. He's
Yep.
he was the video right before you.
Yep.
Man,
Go
smart
watch that
guy.
video. That was a
yeah,
good one.
smart guy, man. And he's just on top of this stuff. But I remember when I first got into the trade too, we were looking at it, I was like, man, how is this little guy telling you what to do? I used to look at that like, how do you feel? Because I was young at the time too. I was like, man, you're like this age, you're like 40, and then this guy's like 20 or 19, and he's telling you what to do, and it's like, you know what I mean? And I remember everybody used to complain about it, but now I got to the point where I was like, I remember how to keep that in my head, like it could happen to you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then now you're looking at it, it's like, it's not really that bad. If you let it get to you, that's when it gets weird.
Yeah.
You don't think about it. Just like I don't think about age. Like we put so much on this stuff that doesn't matter that it messes you up. You know what I'm
when
saying?
you start thinking, I can't learn from someone that's younger than me.
Right.
That's no.
Right.
You can learn from someone that's.
I learn from my
10
kids.
years
My
younger than
kids
you.
are
Yeah.
my kids. You know, I learn from them all the time. Like, you know what? You right.
You right.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, you can learn from anyone, man. You know, it's just about how you take that information and apply it to your life. You know.
That's dope, man. Hey, and we're back. Hey, so yeah, sorry about that, guys. The battery died. We're having some technical difficulties. We're just gonna call it right now. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can have you back, Cody. You know what I mean? We can talk about the rest of your journey, maybe even 6 months from now, where people can really see like you getting into it, right? Because you already gave us a lot. You just started, you know?
Yeah, I mean, once I start school and everything, I'll tell you if my opinion has changed or anything.
Yeah. Huh? It's like, oh, forget this now, huh? School. All right, cool, man. So, all right, man. I hope you guys got something from that. That's my boy Cody. We want to thank you guys for watching, for supporting the channel. Man, just being with us, man, on this journey of discovering ourselves through plumbing and just living life, man, and loving it, right? So
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I hope you guys got something from this, which I know you did. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Make sure y'all check out the other videos too, man. I got so many other videos of like things we actually do in the field, talking to multiple people about their viewpoints. Just make sure you guys check out all those videos. And yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, peace.
Like and subscribe.
Hey, there you go.